Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for September 30th to October 7th. I am Charlene Lizette. Let's dive in and see what is going on for you this week, all right? We've got a pretty potent week, Aries, because on the 2nd, we have the new moon solar eclipse happening in Libra, and Libra is your opposite sign. Now, for those of you that are part of the membership here on YouTube, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys actually have access, especially if you're an alchemist, you'll have access to my my special report on this new moon eclipse and what it's going to mean for all of us, okay? So far, your cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're carding. We've got lots of major arcana here this weekend. You know what? I'd be lying to you if I said I'm surprised. I'm not, because that new moon solar eclipse is illuminating relationships. And it's a square to Mars. Mars is your planetary ruler that's currently in Cancer. It's in its detriment. Venus, the ruler of Libra, is in Scorpio and its detriment. This whole new moon, it's got this it smells of like rebellion, self-love, okay, like assertiveness, standing for what you desire, for what you believe. Very like warrior Aries energy. Hi, did you come for Aries? That's so nice of you. Did you eat your foodies that I made you? This is Raven, my co-host, if you happen to be new, okay? So either way, a massive thank you to you. Let's dive into this reading now that I told you about the astrology here real quickly. So we have the Two of Swords starting off with the King of Cups. The Two of Swords in Tarot is a card of inaction. It is a card of indecision. It is the moon in Libra. If you've ever met a moon in Libra, they are very closed off with their emotions. They don't like to talk about their emotions. They almost like to pretend that their emotions don't exist. And beside the King of Cups, that's such an opposite card because the King of Cups is very emotionally mature. The King of Cups does understand, acknowledge, recognize their emotions. Even though they're not led by their emotions, they're very empathetic and very compassionate. So there's this energy here about growing up and tuning into your emotions and listening to your emotions, listening to your feelings. And no one's saying you have to be led by your feelings. What's this on your tail? No one's saying you have to be led by your feelings, okay? But what the cards are saying right now is that you would benefit from paying attention to them. Your feelings are trying to tell you something right now, okay? With the moon and the world, I mean, first, two major arcana. Second, I told you about the moon showing up, okay? The new moon in Libra. I'm not surprised it's here, and the world. So this new moon is really interesting because it offers you a new beginning in your negotiation skills, in the way that you stand up assertively for what you believe in the way that you communicate what's important to you, your values, in not letting people step all over you. Think like dark feminine energy, Lilith energy, or even Medusa energy to a degree here, okay? But what I'm seeing also with this new moon is that it's also maybe not everything is shown at the same time because eclipses can eclipse things. So it may show you a little sliver. You may get a little tester of what's to come or what's going to be revealed. Either way, source is saying this is a chapter wrapping itself up so that a new chapter can open up for you. Okay, specifically around your emotions, around your feelings, or maybe even around something intuitively that you've been kind of connecting to, kind of knowing, like that inner knowing, I think a lot of this has to do with your financial stability, with your finances, with your relationship to money, with your legacy, with what you want to leave behind, because we have this 10 of Pentacles. This is kind of a big deal, okay? Because if you think about it this way, especially if you're an Aries rising, Libra sits in your 7th house. And if that's the case, then the 7th house is partnerships and relationships and everything to do with other people, your contracts, okay? This is marriage as well. So I think for a lot of you, there's this aha moment almost that's happening around your money, your relationship to money, your relationships and how they impact your money, your decisions financially that have everything to do with your relationships and maybe, accommodating other people or feeling like you need to bend over backwards for other people. And source is turning around and going, there's an awakening happening here. Right? Answering the call, something is faded here that's happening financially. Something that you can't, there is no, you can't do anything about it, really. that's the what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, I guess you could say the gravity of it all, right? Like the weight of it all is like this change that's coming, you can't stop it. You may not even see it coming until it's right in front of you. Like a wrecking ball, but in the best way possible, but also like shake up your world. Drastic change. You know, like that kind of shit, right? And with the Seven of Cups, I think that it's going to leave you in this place of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Which way am I going to go? And I even hear some of you right now going, well, Char, what am I supposed to do? Like, you're telling me all this stuff. What am I supposed to do? Well, I'm not one to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying, you know, what the cards are revealing. I think the way that you tune into yourself and you ask yourself, going back to these emotions, what matters to you, Aries? You want to know what to do? Go back to your feelings. Go back to your emotions. They're going to lead the way here. You got guilt showing up here. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. Then we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. This is so like judgment in nature, you know, where judgment turns around and goes, it's reckoning. It's a reckoning. What are you going to do about it? And then with this last quarter transition, letting go, forgiveness, adaptation, it's Source turning around. We haven't even gotten into your love reading yet, to be honest. It's Source turning around and going, what can you let go of right now? That you know is just, it's just, you got to purge it. You got to let it go because there's a new beginning happening here, Aries. All right. The fact you got Venus as your amulet, this is all about self-love. It's like every decision you're going to be making this week, Aries, has to do with you prioritizing yourself, being Aries in nature, being a little bit selfish and going, too bad, so sad. If you don't fit, you can't come in, right? Like that's the energy. If it doesn't work, I'm not aligning with you. Sorry, bye-bye. Now in your love reading, we have Temperance and the Two of Wands, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So this could be a love proposal. This could be a new romantic situation or maybe something coming back again. What I'm seeing here though is you're standing in your power. You're turning around and going, this doesn't work for me. I don't like this. That's not good enough for me. You know, it's like when we look at these stories on TikTok where these girls talk about all these awful things that guys do to them and these girls find all these excuses, well, women, I should say, find all these excuses to stay. Aries, you're in this place where you're like, there ain't no fucking way in hell I'm accepting this as my destiny, as my life. Like, I don't care if I got to shake. I don't care if the towers got to come down. If I got to strike lightning, if I got to go to war, I'm getting what's mine. I'm getting what I deserve. And that's the only type of love. That's the only type of relationship that I'm accepting in my life right now. And that mindset, that mentality, Aries, it's what's going to set you apart so that as this drastic change comes into your life, yes, it can be a little bit jarring and obviously you're not going to know, all the next steps, but you're going to be able to ride that wave and feeling confident, feeling secure, especially for those of you that are really focused on your finances right now, because the seventh house is relationships. And maybe you don't have an Aries rising, but nonetheless, Libra is about relationships, your relationships and your money and your contracts and your business contracts and your negotiations and all of that stuff. All right. I'm going to pop this money manifesting video here to help you out. If you want to book a session, you want to work with me in any capacity, take a look at the description box below. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.